This is the type of dress you throw a jacket over or a sweater. You know, if you had a big enough sweater, you could throw it over and make it look like a skirt. It takes a lot to style something that's ugly. Ugly. I, Terry, Virginia's daughter, solemnly do promise that this will be the last ugly dress I ever make. Hey, it's Terry, Virginia's daughter, and I am back with a video today. Yes, it's been a minute. First of all, let me say thank you to those of you who always seem to check in on me when I come up missing. But things have been kind of busy for, you know, mom, grandma. Yeah, I got things going on and I'm gonna get there. Somebody say consistency. Consistency is one of my words for the new year. And so today I'm going to be talking about Butterick 6621. It's the dress that I have on and that I don't care that much about. Let's get it started. You know, who's got time for making ugly dresses? I mean, really. I knew halfway through this project it was going to be ugly. I wasn't going to like it, but I finished it because, you know.
My unfinished projects, that's a whole nother story. That I may soon have an update for. Okay.
So this dress is considered an easy dress. It is a 2018 pattern. It ranges in sizes from 6 to 22. Close-fitting knit dress has front, neckline and sleeve variations, and double-stitched hems. BC ties are single thickness and wrong side of the fabric may show. I have 3 tips to avoid making an ugly dress. Okay, nothing that you've not heard of before. I'm just reiterating the fact. Okay, first and foremost, I would say know your pattern. Secondly, fabric. Third, fit. That's it.
Know your pattern, choose the right fabric, make sure you get a good fit.
Okay, so let's start with knowing your pattern. My impression of the dress was that it was very, this was open to the seam. So, you know, some dresses that have this little tie knot in front, the seam is just like a knot. So the center seam and then the knot and then the seam continues. But this dress has somewhat of a pleat, somewhat of a fold. And when you hang it up on a hanger, you can really see that that's a feature of the pattern. Not only that, when you look at the dress on the model, I did view A, you can see that there's some like pleating that goes with the knot. So it's not just a knot and then a seam. I was under the impression that it was just a knot and a seam. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was nothing going on here because I have enough going on here that I don't need anything added to it. So that was the first thing. When I first completed the dress and I tried it on, I was like, oh my goodness, this is not what I wanted. So what I did was, there's a part of the pattern that talks about this knot. I left as little room as possible. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, it is it's view A, it's early on. Oh, yeah. Okay, 4, I'm gonna say 3 and 4. Because 3, you have to twist it to, you know, you have to form it. And then 4 is where you match notches in small circle and you stitch to outer circles. Well, it seemed like there was some space between the notches and the small circles. So I tightened it up as much as I could, which created, you know, a little less of a pleat, much less than it was the first time I made it. The first time I, you know, tried it on before I went back and made the adjustment. I wish I could show you what I did, but I just did it. So that was the first thing that I had to do. Know your pattern, because if it looks like that, it's going to look like that when you make it. unless you do something different, because the more room that you have, I think it creates like that gap, that gather. So blah, 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 blah. I'm rambling. Okay. So I would say to you, if you're going to make Butterick 6621, especially if you're going to make view A, I would say really take a look at those line drawings and see that there's some stuff going on in the front area that could add to the stuff you already got going on. Okay, so that's my only warning. I love this fabric. Oh my goodness, this is a houndstooth print that I got at Joann Fabrics, oh no, probably 10 years ago. And I paid full price for it. When I used to go to Joann Fabrics all the time, every weekend, I would shop clearance, but I saw this fabric and I'm like, ooh, I had to have it. And I should have gone with my initial thought, because my initial thought for this fabric would have been like a sweater, a cardigan, something like that. I should have done that. Okay, now the one thing that I do like about this dress in terms of the fabric is it's warm. It's very warm. I still like the print. I just don't think it works well with this style, at least not for me. It takes a lot to style something that's ugly, or it's something that just doesn't fit your body type, or something that you just don't like. But I mean, it's a simple, cute enough dress in its own right. It just, I don't like it for me. Now, I made the adjustments that I needed to make it fit nicely. And so it, you know, fills out pretty nicely in the hip area and whatnot. I probably made the largest, let's see. Yeah, I made the 14 for sure, because I had to take it in the neck. So the shoulders were fine, but the neck was gaping here. So I just took it in probably an inch on both sides. So I just came up to an angle and took that in. But not knowing the pattern like I should, that's why I said that first. I probably wouldn't have even made it, or would have adjusted it first, or would have, I don't know what I would have done, to be honest with you. So this is a not keep for me, and I'm not even gonna donate it. I'm just gonna pitch it. I think, no, I'll donate it. I mean, the pieces are intact. I didn't do any terrible things to the pieces. So this pattern will no longer be in my stash. I'm gonna donate this to somebody who might like it. And so yeah, there you have it.
Let it go, let it go.
So I had such high hopes for the dress, and I knew when I tried it on the first time that it just wasn't gonna work. But I was determined to make it work. And I think that contributes to dislike of something. You know, it's like, dang, I had to do this over and it's not even as cute as I wanted it to be. So, I mean, I think overall it's a cute dress, but it's not for me. Other than that, that's it for now. So back in October, I cut out about 9 or 10 projects. I took about 3 weekends and just went on this cutting spree. And I said I was gonna do a video about it, and I didn't. Well, I started doing a video. I did like a trial run. I didn't have any makeup on or anything like that, and I'll show you some of those clips. But I have gotten all of those projects completed with the exception of one. I haven't started it yet. No, two. So one I haven't started, one I have to complete, but I think I'm gonna cut out another. So one is a pair of pants, and I'm going to, let me just show you. Let me give you a sneak peek. Hold on a second. So, let me get Butterick 6621 out of the way. It's now history, okay. Simplicity 9785. Love this pattern. I tried to do something fancy with it. I wanted to add some Gucci trim on here, right? I'll give you a quick peek of that. What I have left to do now is put buttons. I have to put buttons on the carriers and then hem it. So I actually hemmed one leg, and then when I pinned the other one, I'm like, I think I want this to be shorter. I think I want this one to be shorter. So I'm gonna redo the hem. So one leg is hemmed, one leg isn't, and then I have to sew the buttons on. Right? A little tie here. Very nice fabric that I had in my stash that I got from Virginia. I could wear this in the winter or the summer actually. And then the pattern that I didn't start yet, hold on a second, is Simplicity 1193. No, Simplicity, let's see, R11923 is the catalog, display number, Simplicity 9828. And it's all cut out and ready to go. So I'm gonna try and start that, if not this weekend, next weekend. But those are 2 items out of all those items that I cut out. I just have like 3 to finish. And I'm gonna make a second pair of these pants. I already have the fabric picked out. So yeah, let me show you the fabric. Part of the reason I'm showing you this is because it's accountability, and it's like, okay, I've shown you now and I really do want these, so I'm gonna make them so that when I show you this pattern, I'll show you this. It'll be 2 pair of pants from the same pattern. But it's time for some Ankara. It is time for some Ankara. Yeah. So that is it. I hope things are well with you. All is well. The weather is changing, starting to see signs of spring. So hey, listen, leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing, what you're sewing, how things are going even. Do you like this dress? Let me know if you like the dress, you don't like the dress, you have the pattern, you don't have the pattern, you made the dress, you didn't make the dress, you'd never make the dress. Tell me something about Butterick6621 if you know anything about it. And until next time, take care.